This is once again a sort of special video, and I'm uploading it hopefully in the wrong way because no offense, but I actually had no idea what you meant when you sent me that message. Who am I talking to? Well, I'm talking to the greatness, of course. That is Charles in Enemy World. You sent me a message, and here is asking me a question. First of all, I think I need to do an intro to this. What am I supposed to say? Well, if I were to give myself, I would to say, this is Shokugeki no Soma, the manga where it fills your heart and emotion, while at the same time makes you hungry for curiosity and eating. A mixture of emotional and artistical creations. This is Shokugeki no Soma, a manga that makes food art in comic form. That's my intro to this video from me, Angry Anime Fan, the Despair Reviewer. And I was asked a question. What does Shokugeki no Soma mean to me? Well, if I follow the instructional rights, which by the way I don't think I did, here is my long or this is actually my short answer to that question, which is very long. As I said in my intro, it's a poetic and very emotional feeling manga. As you and also just by reading it, you get more hungry. Which maybe should we joke that it's a combination of the sin of gluttony, yet also the emotion that is feelings. No, I mean, in all seriousness, uh, I got. I still remember when I read Shokugeki no Soma before it was classified as very, very good. And what was drawn to me immediately, I think that was the art. I mean, not that that art is anything new, but I usually say that when you read a manga, you can recognize some sort of art style. It doesn't mean that it's plagiarism. It's just that some art I like more than others. And I like this one. The ladies' bodies were sexy drawn, and but also everyone's faces. I won't really say that all faces were unique because it's pretty difficult to draw someone who looks, yes, very different, but they all had their each certain personality, which is something I very like. I like them. I like emotion and characters most of all. The fact that these characters were pretty simple. What I mean by that is they each have a personality, and by following this, you could just see it. Even the main character had it. He's that. He's not. I won't really say he's that typical Shonen Jump hero, but at the same time, he's just the kind of Shonen hero he is. Someone who believes in his friends, yet at the same time, this is a hero. I mean, someone who believes in his friends, and yet at the same time, it has no sexual interest, but uh, but also shows dedication and what is that word? The damn, have I already dropped it? I meant to say humbleness. Even though at the beginning I didn't think the main character of Soma was humble, but looking for many other characters who have all shown jerks, I'll say yeah. Compared to them, Soma is a humble man. But it also introduced me to one of my favorite manga gals in the character, the one of them few I actually fell in love with, because while I can agree some are sexy looking, it's not easy for me to think they are adorable and cute at the same time. And that was Tadokura Megumi, my favorite character. Everything about her personality, the faces she does when she's nervous, her pigtails, and moreover, just the fact that she is cooks a little bit different than the other make me love her all the more. And I like that kind of character the most. Also, but I can also note that there were some parts of the manga which I didn't believe in at first. Most of them were the fact that some chapters were just the same. Uh, an arrogant jerk and then trying to destroy the main character. But then they also did something I like. They changed the characters. Each and every one who suffered a defeat somehow got a personality for the better. Made you like them a little bit better. Most of them did, and that's something I've also very much like in it. And of course, they also introduced Naikiri Erina, but as I said in my Shonen Jump rant, I didn't like her until very much later. So, what was the final thing? Have I already forgotten it? Yeah, seems I have. I am. In anyway, that's how I would rank my opinions on Shokugeki no Soma. A poetic cooking show with lots and lots of characters. Oh yeah, now I remember. Also the fact that the uh, main character is someone who doesn't have a special power but determination. Of course, it has its flaws, and one of the few flaws I can say is that this reminds me a little bit that there are sometimes a world where geniuses exist, but at the same time, Soma's character is there to remind you that you don't have that those who believes themselves to be shackled will forever be shackled, which is also a good thing about this manga. It reminds you that a lot about Soma's character. He's someone who will never be down, even if he's not on the same, even because he's so that just normal, but he just keeps on going on. While normal people in this manga and me say it's impossible because you just don't know how. So all in all, Shokugeki Soma is also a manga to remind you that anyone can if they just had the determination. So that's my thoughts on Shokugeki no Soma. Have I ranked this the right way? Give me your thoughts if you have any. And thank you, Charles and Anime World, for the message.